closet, you know? Stop. Just stop.
Yeah, they had no problem supplying
Welcome back to that, guys, and welcome to week. I don't know.
No problem with any of that.
There's no week. This is not Arena Chronicles. This is just Dragon Quest Tact X. Cross my fingers. X. Dragon Quest 9 event stream. That's what this is. So I haven't farmed too many of the medals yet, but we're listening to the general chat in Kage's server. I'm muted currently, so they can't hear me speaking over them. But that's, you know, so we're here for now. Oh, and we could grab our last insufficient. Insufficient? Oh, I guess I didn't do that. I thought I did. Okay. We'll finish that one next. But yeah, we have this many medals. We still got to get a few more. But yeah, we're live now, guys. Pretty soon here. All right. Cool. But we'll just stick with this convo here and also get into the rest of this. So.
He's too busy making a drama. Yeah, I'm too busy doing that. No, yeah, I'm like Marco, I'm neglecting Pack. I'll be right back.
Oh, that was a good one, Kage.
Pack is the puppet master, we just didn't know it.
What did I do?
You're the puppet master, we just didn't know it.
The puppet master to what? What are you guys talking about?
I'm just saying in general, it seems like when there's something going on, it's your fault somehow. So you're the
How
puppet
could Pack Damon let this happen?
Oh, that's a massive spider. What the hell?
I said Pack for Pack.
See that black corner in it?
Pack's the puppet master, and he uses his massively long chest hairs to control everybody on the strings.
I mean, even when I'm doing my real life like Borat style kind of pranks, I don't actually control people. Like I do some weird, like the shit I've done is pretty funny.
Magic powers?
Huh?
You don't have magic powers?
No. I've done some pretty fun stuff, at least for myself. I think most other people, you know, sane people would be like, yeah, that's a big waste of time and that's crazy, right?
You've done fun stuff for yourself. You're talking about masturbation, yeah?
I'm talking about like if I was Borat playing a real life character, right? But people didn't know, that kind of situation, which I've done with like Armenian accents and stuff. Huh?
They kept mistaking you for Russell Brand, not Borat. That was your problem.
But I you know, I would go to my college classes and I'd talk like this, like Armenian person, and I'd speak it like this, you know, all the time, and they think I was from Armenia, and I do stuff like that basically. But I did some pretty funny pranks like that.
I actually thought you were Kage then. I thought you were doing a shitty Kage impression.
No, I got away with murder doing that.
I'm joking. Thank you.
But I got away with some funny stuff. But what I would do usually for my pranks,
come on, not troll.
you can't actually like influence how people are. But you know, people just assume because you're foreign, you know, they treat you kind of like you're stupid and stuff like that. So you could abuse that. You know what I mean? You take what they believe about you, and you could use that against them because you just give them what they want to see, you know? So I would mess with people all the time because of that. They think I was, stupid. I remember in Spanish. Well, in a Spanish class one time in a university, I was talking to my professor and. Well, he introduced, you know, everyone. He's like, okay, you give me your Spanish nicknames and we'll go across the whole classroom. And there's this kid named Jeff in the class, right? So Jeff is like, oh, well, you know, my name's Jeff. And so I'll be Jefe because that's Spanish for Jeff. And the professor's like, you can't be Jefe because I'm El Jefe. And he was beating his chest. And he meant the chief. I know what that means in Spanish, but he didn't say it there. He's trying to say he's the chief, he's the boss. And it was a joke. Of course, Jeff could be Jefe, right? But he was saying, I'm El Jefe, you know? And it was funny. Right. But I held on to that for about 3 months because I knew, you know, I understood what that meant. Everyone else in the classroom understood what that meant. But I held on to that for 3 months until he gave this part.
Your Borat character didn't understand what it meant.
Exactly. Borat character didn't understand whatsoever. Held on to it for about 3 months, and he introduces himself in the classroom, gives like an example like Soy Ramirez or some other thing like that, right? And I stopped the class. I was like, oh, no. Professor, I thought you said that your name was El Jefe. And then, the class is like drowning in laughter. The whole class. He's like, no, and he can't say my name, right? He can't say it right. So he's like, no, Leova. I was just pulling your leg. And I was like, but why would you be pulling at my leg?
That's so good, yeah.
So I that's the type of dumb shit I would do.
Why you touch my leg?
Exactly, something like that. Why would you be touching at my leg? You know? Why would you be pulling at my leg? And yeah, and they think they're so like, oh, this guy, right? This foreign guy. They're all laughing at me, right? And I'm trying not to laugh because it's even funnier for me because there's like 2 levels of acting going on here, right? Like there's layers to this shit, and I'm at the top of it. Yeah, I'm at the top of it. I'm instigating this whole thing. So I can't control people, but I knew basically I knew the outcomes, you know, and I could tweak a little bit here and there based on people's. So what I'm saying is, even if you are like a masterful puppet master, you can't orchestrate everything. No one could actually like do that. I made people believe what they wanted to believe.
I saw a documentary once where someone did exactly that.
It's hard. You could make people believe what they want to believe. That's the thing. If they set all their ducks in a row, you can really use that against them. You know, and that's.
Mira's not here, so we're not talking about ducks.
Okay, well let's.
About Palpatine, but...
I'm trying to farm the event.
I was talking to Nira earlier today in text, and she's making this comment about, oh, well, I'm on your server, but everybody just makes memes about me. I'm like, no, you have not seen memes. You have not been here long enough. You need to go check the history books on the memes because everybody gets roasted, and your memes were just gentle ribbing at best.
Yeah, well, my memes, my
group is capable of.
My memes found their way to the right channel, Fight Club, where they should be, some of them, and apparently that's not allowed. So,
The best was Nira says to me, well, I would keep hearing about this Chase guy. Like, who is he? Everyone talks about him. I'm like, sit down and let me give you a history lesson.
Sit down a while and listen.
I think the fact that new people don't know who Chase is a very good thing, and it just speaks to why.
To be fair, most people that play games don't engage, necessarily much with specific Discord communities or stuff like that. So 99.99% of people that play this game would have no fucking idea who Chase is.
Well,
9% of humanity doesn't know or care.
Look at the. Have you guys heard of Echoes of Mana? It's another gacha game by Square Enix. They have a bigger Discord server than we do for the main one. And that's because there's in-game support. Like, in the game, it tells you, hey, there's a Discord server. I think something like that, right? So they have, they could say that on their Twitter account, hey, here's the Discord, right? They have more members in that Discord than we do. And it's a smaller community. It's a smaller game. There's less downloads for that game, less active players.
I wonder if there's more drama.
Well, hopefully not, because
hard,
they have a little check mark next to their name for the server, so it's like it's an official Discord server. I feel like since Dragon Quest Tact was the biggest it's their biggest gacha game right now, right? Or do they still have the Final Fantasy and?
I think War of the Visions is still the biggest.
Okay, well, it's pretty big. DQT is pretty big. Like if Echoes of Mana got an official Discord server rather than an unofficial official Discord server, like we should have got one. I don't see a reason why we couldn't have got one. All this like drama would have been basically averted if the keys were handed to someone like Malcolm, who's paid to do a good job.
Don't want to pay pay someone to spend all the time doing.
Well,
that.
he already
It's,
does. They already manage like Echoes of Mana, and that one's probably not going to make as much money, and that would shut down
Well,
eventually.
It's obvious you can't trust one guild with the community because look what's happened.
We could
Got
put
the situation
perhaps
here.
like definitely, Malcolm or someone who's not gonna fuck shit up, but yeah, there should be. There should be.
Yeah, but honestly, I bet Malcolm would want to do it because he gets abused enough being the community person. Like,
No, he doesn't. Everyone loves him. Like they shower with him. I love Malcolm
most love him, but then
emojis.
there's people
Moments
that
where
get
people
very
picking
angry.
their shit on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, but
It's
everyone
like,
eats.
I have this grand idea. This needs to be implemented. How dare you, community manager, not just promise me you're going to do this?
Yeah,
for
but
me?
everyone
I
shits on that
yes.
person, whoever that is that
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
Everyone will pile on. Like it's not even funny
Which is great.
because everyone loves Malcolm.
That's a gamer stigma though that people do to community managers. Community managers and like employees and devs, they'll get death threats. Literally
Well,
just happen.
Malcolm.
Like I kid you not.
God of War once they were posting
there's
about how they
a,
keep getting dick pics because
yeah.
people like sitting in dick pics now, going, "Hey, release a game, give us a date, do this."
God.
There's a Destiny 1, there was an exotic armor for a Titan that gave the Titan ability to air dodge in the air. And it was probably the most used exotic chess piece in PvP by Titans, ever since it came out. They took it away in Destiny 2 and they gave air dodge to warlocks. Just gave it to them in their kit. You didn't have to wear an exotic armor. People have been asking for Twilight Garrison to come back in Destiny 2 for Titans for years. It's been 4 or 5 years. I've even asked on Twitter a couple times to the community managers. So finally, I said, because there's some speculation of maybe hunters are going to get Blink back, and if that happens, maybe Titans should get Garrison back. So I said, hey, can we have any clarification if Garrison might come back, if this, whatever. I just asked the question.
Right.
The dev actually responded and said, hey, I just want to rip this band-aid off. Titans are never going to get Twilight Garrison back. Air dodge is part of the Warlock's identity. So he ripped the band-aid off. He said, oh my God, did Twitter lose it? The Destiny community lost it. This dude is getting death threats. People it was a shit show, and there was actually a lot. Never got to see the page. We're gonna actually have it put again at the end. Is how people were behaving and stuff.
Sometimes people are just absolute fucking assholes because they're like, I didn't get some specific thing that I wanted in a video game.
I think I'm gonna get rid of this spider.
Is anything playing money back?
I can't help but wonder if people don't act this way because gaming companies got so scummy that people are like, like the new like version of like Chinese social scores, but for companies. So like it stands for environmental, social, and governance, and it's like there's this governing body that evaluates your
Got rid of that spider.
environmental impact.
Well, he's in a
social,
box
like,
there,
scores as
so
far as
he's fine.
equality and opportunity and all this nonsense and diversity.
Christ. I was getting confused with one of these other places where people can leave the company and then rate them and essentially say pros and cons from them.
Well, yeah, no, but this is an actual like thing now where you have to, it's part of like your financials and your rating for like public trading. It's going to become a big thing where like the world, financial systems are going to start rating companies whether if their scores suck, then they're not going to be able to get loans. So they're
You
like,
got your
okay,
grain
if
arm?
you're in the, I don't know, pot business, right? And we consider
Congrats,
that
man.
gambling, and we consider that
Is it Jacob?
not,
Yeah, that was Jacob.
whatever. That's not good for society.
How's it going? Thank you for tuning in.
You won't be able to get loans, and you won't be able to
Yeah.
stay in business.
I still don't have enough event currency to pull on these guys. I'm also on the voice chat for Kage server, so if you're hearing those sounds, that's what that is.
It's only going to affect the smaller people, because the people like Bobby Kotick, he got re-elected somehow by the board and the shareholders, and it's like you look at you look at the percentage of shareholder votes versus yes, no, or abstain. Just the percentage of people that voted to keep him, because it was something like 80%. Absolutely not.
I think if they're going to actually put this into place, which is what they are currently doing.
Yeah.
I think
It's
part
only
of
going to work for smaller companies. It's not
I
going to
think
hurt
part
the
of the
rugby
score
ones.
should be the ratio of CEO to employee
100%.
pay.
Yep. I knew exactly what you were going to say.
Employee
As soon as you said ratio and CEO, I'm like, yep. 100%.
Because that, God forbid we actually talk about like some true equality bullshit and not this like lip service to, we hired enough of the right minorities to make us look good. Like, let's talk about some real equality. Let's talk about the CEO's pay, which is usually 500 to 1,000 times more than the rest of the company put together.
And looking at that kind of, average of how much, a CEO's percentage more than, the, say, lowest paid worker, what that used to be 50 years ago versus now. Yeah, exactly.
It was like nine times, a 9-time multiple.
Yep.
Now it's like 500 times.
Yep.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, 100% on the same page with you with this.
Yes. And then you got, the boomers were like, I don't understand, you kids just don't know how to budget your money. It's like, nah, fuckers, it's the percentage of, how much things cost as a percentage. Not as a dollar amount, but as a percentage of your total.
Yeah, I'm nowhere close.
Back in the day, they used to be able to buy a brand new house for $36,000. Now you can't even buy a fucking car for that money that, isn't a piece of crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dad bought his first car for like $500.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore.
You buy a piece of junk.
Like, I think when my grandmother bought our house
My
still
first car was like
I think when she bought it brand new in
500-600.
the 50s, it was like maybe $30,000, and the mortgage was 20 years. And today, that house, that little cracker box house that was a Cape Cod dormer, attic kind of house, is worth like $450,000 today.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
And it is puny. It's in Jersey outside of New York. It is puny.
He has a strange voice, Hayden
Like,
Christensen.
Her own grandkids.
He doesn't have the voice of a grown man. It isn't high pitched. It's just I can't see the young Hayden Christensen anymore, but he has the wrinkle lines kind of. Not like wrinkles. He has these creases on his face.
We moved from
You know?
California
He's no longer young, but
Tennessee.
I can't unsee
We bought the house
the first
2018
Hayden Christensen,
Concord,
we were seeing
California
as
for,
Anakin
$4.99.
Skywalker.
We sold it for $565. That was 2020 sold for $565. I just looked the other day. That house is now $700,000. The house that we bought in Tennessee for $377, it's valued at like between $580 and $600.
Huge. And people's wages have not doubled in that time.
No.
My parents' house that they that they sold in California. At one point before, 2008, like the crash and everything, it was 1.2, but they bought it for. That's 1.2 million, by the way. They bought it for like just under 400, and it sold in 2020.
Is the Demon Corvus have a different voice for you than the Angel one?
That they bought it in 2000, so it was 20 years, but
Right.
That's still a pretty good appreciation.
It's just it's ridiculous, and it's I mean, who's going to be able to really ever afford to buy a house at this point? Truly, anyone? I don't know.
The market.
You pretty much have to go remote and have enough of a job. Well, I'm in a fortunate
We'll have a
position.
hint of Anakin's.
I mean, just
Yeah,
how
but
many
most
college students are still living with their parents?
Well, what
And
kind
the
of choice do you
so
have? You
Angel
have a student loan
and
that's
okay.
probably worth more than what you'd be paying for in a mortgage at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a whole other thing. Like,
It's like I had a conversation with my brother a few years ago where I was looking at because my wife and I moved around from place to place to place for her work. So we're gonna have to rent for a bit things anyway. And my brother was like, "Oh, why don't you just I can't understand why anyone wouldn't buy a house." And I'm like, "Well, when we move to the place and decide we're gonna sort of stay here and everything, we're gonna have to get a place like relatively quickly. If there's not like the rental market, there was shit house for us here." But there was a house for sale within our budget.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really good.
So we're like, oh, we're going to do that. And then, here you have to pay stamp duty on already existing houses. If you build ones, you don't.
Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus. If I did, I'd probably have it 1 month every 5 years and just binge everything, and then unsubscribe or something. That's probably what I'd do.
Something like absolutely menial, and you're both earning like 80 plus, K a year. Like you're not in a normal position. Most people don't have the sort of luxury to wait around for several years while they're just accumulating money.
oh, the only reason why we were able
The only reason why I binge on these
my wife and I, the house in Concord,
these
is because my
what do you
parents
call
went
it?
down on it. It's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Like Amazon Prime Video or Netflix or Hulu and Disney Plus. So those video streaming services, that's what it's called. That's the specific word I was looking for. Words. Those video streaming services, there's just so many of them. Yeah. But there's just so many video streaming services, and you can't afford to have. Imagine if you paid for all of them. Every single one that's out there, imagine if you paid for every single one. Wouldn't be worth it. But if you just buy one, binge, cancel it, buy a different one, binge, cancel it, then you really get your money's worth. I feel like. If you have all of them at the same time, you can't watch everything anyway. So you might as well buy them 1 month at a time. Cancel. Cancel it. Just cancel it. And then buy a different one. And just keep going in a cycle.
Say that our government did a great job at that point, and we never hit a recession then.
Yeah, right.
Then we got a conservative government in that were like, you guys have spent so much money, you've ruined everything, and then they tripled the debt in a few years.
Hey guys, hey guys, you want to know what our government really is?
Piece of shit, but
I was going to say, it's a man who falls off a bicycle, who has no idea what's going on, and is like, I will legislate and make sure Roe v. Wade is codified. He said that like 4 years ago, and he's done nothing, and he's like, I'm powerless to do anything. He's so fucking useless.
Our government is a modern.
South Park did that?
Our government is a modern era, much better.
Paramount Plus is good from what I've heard.
I've just noticed the
Yeah, I should add that to my long list of video streaming services that I want to subscribe to on a loop. So I could have like a 2-year cycle of just that would be funny. This is a good unit from what I heard. This Leviathan.
I
It's a very good A rank.
Yeah, he
Sorry
has to
about
be low because his parents will hit him.
He said something about the depression and quite catching on. Everything's WP. It's the weird.
Was in history repeating, so like pandemic of 1918 repeating.
Top Gun 1 and both
years later,
Sonic
so Great
films.
Depression.
I think Top Gun is
I'll
on
tell you
Amazon
what,
Prime
I
Video
watched
too. I
Young
think it's
this
just
day and age. That was
everyone's
strong.
offering it right now because you know the new movie's out in theaters. So
Why do you think the birth rate is so low?
Oh yeah.
Because people like heck stay home until they're 45.
Well, I mean, it's good if he stays home. So
That is true.
I was gonna say, are you sure you want?
won't that balance itself out eventually? The people that don't have babies won't have babies, and the people that do will raise like viable families that have a decent structure and can move on, and
This is the other
then
thing
those
I don't
kids
To not
can have.
happen, it tends to be the
Everything I
people
don't
that have lots of
understand
kids that
The people will bitch about how nobody's making babies, right? Oh, they're not, our population's dropping. But then, isn't everybody bitching that there's too many people in the world as it is, and we can't feed everybody? Which is it? Like, are we like doing a good thing by not having enough babies, or are we like doing a bad thing here? Like, because
The problem is that it's a bit of both for different things. So for Australia, for example, a lot of our GDP relies on skilled migration. So we need to get people from other countries and keep getting people in. So we need to keep expanding our population to get money. But yet we don't always have the infrastructure for it. And then, our carbon footprint's worse, it's one of those sort of things where it's like, for some things it's incredibly helpful and useful, but it's also the other bit of like, imagine if it's like, say somewhere like America goes, all right, we're going to stop having as many babies, we're going to stop having migration, etc., etc. We'll go down in population, and meanwhile China just continues to rise. America's just going to go, well, fuck, like China's just going to overtake us now.
China's not, because China's fucked themselves. You don't even know.
They have now with their, but that's the whole fear, right? It's like, it's just like, if we don't have the population, if we don't have this, and we can't defend, our borders, we can't, do this, we can't have all these industries. So it's like, well, the world certainly does have too many people for us currently, at least, to.
I get the figs here.
But every country's gonna raise
The weight
have
limit.
more because
Gotcha.
It's
Let's
just
roll
like this whole thing
the
of, like,
Makai
the world
sword
just
or
has no synergy,
destruction.
where it's
I don't
like
know what they're
everyone will
calling this
literally
sword
do
on
the worst thing that's possible for the
on
entire planet,
global.
but
Let's
it's
see.
because short-term or short to medium
Demonic
term, this is what's
sword.
gonna be better for them.
All right.
it's because humans
I've
are
never
selfish,
actually.
and
I
if
just got
governments
this today.
project
Just
the
got it
humans where
today.
they live.
So that looks okay. It looks better because it has crimson cuts, so we'll take it.
That country is. You think the U.S. is bad? Holy shit! You have no idea
Okay.
how bad it is over there.
So
They
I
just.
was gonna say,
I think
US
we'll-
is bad. I think China is bad. I
see.
think Australia is bad. Like,
No,
I
you don't
think
understand.
any of the countries
China's food supply is total fucking garbage, and they have special like farms just for the CCP members so that they can get clean,
are
untainted.
the better ones. Yeah.
But the rest of everybody could just eat like plastic rice and die. Literally, they make plastic rice.
Okay. Let's
It's the
see.
country version of Snowpiercer.
I could probably just send like one guy at a time.
I really want to apologise to this PP poo poo person for not seeing his comment earlier. Otherwise, I could have done more stereotypical Aussie
I think
things.
that's Peter. in
I thought I
disguise.
was about to say that was Peter.
Yeah.
I haven't even been reading the chat. I haven't been reading the chat, but I opened it up for like a half second and I was like, pee pee poo poo. I'm like, that has to be Peter.
Why would he come in on an alt? Is everybody like, who's the one pulling the strings over there that's got everyone so afraid that they're gonna come in on an alt? Like, how ridiculous?
It's probably
is that?
Marco. I mean, he's.
I don't think that's fear. I think pee pee poo poo. He was trying to be funny, right? That's the joke, I guess. And hasn't he shown up before on a stream?
I don't. Well, yeah, but I haven't seen both of them at once, so I can't say.
I'm not generally a conspiracy theory person, but I'm throwing a conspiracy out there that Pac is the one that's actually, causing all the problems and pulling the strings, and Marco is just his old.
Yes. But currently, to add another layer to the mix, I'm actually streaming at the same time right now. So I have to have about 4 hands and 4 phones to do what you're saying right now.
Or you're just having an extra person that helps you get into the market role. Like, we've seen Batman in the cartoons, Alfred.
Exactly. Everything.
It's not there. So it's not as watertight as you're trying to make it out to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a very intelligent and intellectually honest person, so it's not proof either.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. So, the thing is, it's like the real world. You think it would be like Occam's razor, but it's actually the opposite. It's backwards. In real life, everything tends to be the opposite. Yeah, it seems unintuitive, but it's the other way around. Yeah, it's exact opposite of Occam's razor is usually how it is.
Just remember, he kept saying you're right and not that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's because I'm an alien. Also, sup, sup, Kirby?
I don't agree with the goddamn thing I'm just saying. I'm being ridiculous. Just for the memes. It's the how could Pac let this happen? I want to make that a meme because I love Aussie political memes and I can have my own version of that in this server.
We'll go with that.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
If Pac's getting blamed for anything anyway, then may as well make a meme out of it.
How do we get these big things?
Let's see if I have enough for completing this event.
That game thing that we occasionally play when there's not drama.
There's no extra.
I've been playing it the entire time.
I've been getting my ass kicked on EX this entire time.
5 turns.
I've done
Okay.
every single stage apart from the shit that you're doing now. So I haven't done that. Sorry, I should say every single bit of content but this.
I think I might actually win this time. Well,
and the big map shit. I should say as well.
What did Kirby say? What was that? Hold on, let me translate. Whoa, say it again, Kirby. He knows it's 2 a.m. where I am and I can't really shout.
3 a.m. It's 3:37 p.m. here now, mate.
Yeah, learn
Good day,
time
mate.
zones, Kirby, you stupid fuck.
It's okay. Are you're gonna move out to college soon, right? Like dorms and whatnot?
Yeah, like
3 years. What happened? I thought you said you were doing college applications. Kirby. You changed your mind? You're not going to college?
You doing meth, Kirby?
Wait, did Pac steal your college money?
You could write it in the chat for the text chat here. It doesn't have to be all on voice. Like I could read it if you say it. Like put it on Pack on Air or something.
We need written
We all know Square Enix stole his college money. Let's be real about that.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards took his
They didn't
money.
steal it. He gave it away willingly.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is just gonna be funny.
Most abused member in DQT. Ah,
That was the most understandable thing he said the entire time. It's like the one time I understood every word he said. Ah, yes. He's gone back to I've got no idea what he's saying now. Alright, see ya. Love you.
I love you.
Oh, don't be like Hex, man.
Oh no. Don't make
You know
it
how good it is when someone is about to leave Xbox Live voice chat or something and just they're going love you and they're either going to be like what the fuck or they come back immediately and say love you too and then leave again.
Christ.
Oh wow.
I don't even know what he said before leaving.
No, I have no idea either.
What? Why didn't he just type it in?
And then it was just a bunch of gibberish.
All right, let's ask him though. Because I thought he was going to college. I thought he was like he had his applications and he was, I'm gonna ask him in text.
It's somehow your fault. We already know this. We just got to to work backwards and find out what you did to stop him going to college.
I stole his funds. You know, I pulled his
Kage has
family
failed
into
the quest.
debt.
How could Pac let this happen?
Fucking fail. It's all Pac's fault.
Yeah.
Let's change up characters here. This one's not.
I'll be your messianic figure. It's all right.
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Lieutenant Hooten. Ham.
Trying
Cool.
to use like some scrub characters here to get
What?
this done.
I mean, you could be a good messianic figure. You do look like him.
Oh, okay.
Passion of the Pat.
Passion of the
I
Past.
just need to grow out my hair again.
I know. I mean, that picture, that was like some scary shit right there.
Beautiful. It's a wonderful picture.
Yeah, but those intense eyes, like those are the eyes of Jesus looking at Peter after the third time he denied him. Like,
Yeah. Or Jared Leto when he gets told he has the worst movie in both DC and Marvel.
that is hysterical.
Oof.
Oh god.
That is quite the accomplishment, because their movies have been real shit.
I was gonna say there's a lot to choose from.
I mean, that's no small feat,
You should stick to singing.
right?
I didn't even know he was a singer for the longest time. I just knew him as like the guy with the pretty eyes.
No, I really like 30 Seconds to Mars. I think they have some good songs.
Wouldn't be
I
able to
even
name a
saw them
single one.
I even saw them in concert with Muse and with Weezer, and there's a concert in the Bay Area that they do every year called Not So Silent Night. It's like a bunch of rock and alternative rock bands.
Not so silent night. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Actually,
Yeah,
we could just
and
maybe they
actually,
were at one of the big day outs
30,
when I was
30
there.
Seconds to Mars was on stage, and in Oracle Arena, which is where the Warriors did play, the Golden State Warriors did play before they moved back to San Francisco, the power just cut out.
That was
But like the lights were cut out, like their microphones were still working, so they just like said, hey, we're gonna start the song over again, but we're gonna do a cappella, and it was like their big song too, where everyone could sing along to. So it was actually kind of cool. They got the power back on though.
So you went to a Hanson concert and sung along. Is what you said.
Hanson concert.
Oh, this was like 2010. This is like 12 years ago.
Did you make sure to put on makeup? Just for the occasion?
No, he didn't.
No.
No?
He went to a Daughtry concert.
No, I did not go to a Daughtry concert.
Come on, admit it.
No.
Now, what was that other band that everybody loved back in the day? Nickelback. There you go.
Oh, I'm a
This is how you remind me of why it's all Pac's fault. Yeah, it didn't really work as well as I wanted it to.
That worked good.
No, I'm a Nickelback fan. I'll admit it. I don't care. I love them.
Oh no.
They had one good song and it got very grinding very quickly.
They had a couple, but yeah, they got so overplayed on the radio. It got dumb
This
after a while.
photograph. I can't stand that song.
Jesus Christ.
It's so bad.
It's like the song of someone who peaked in high school and doesn't want to admit it,
My goodness. So this is gonna cost a lot of fucking stamina, this event.
Yep.
Jeez.
There was a radio show that used to get played in Australia where they'd go about here's bands who have made music that's clearly ripping off previous bands. I
Yeah.
mean, some of it might have been unintended, but it's like the riffs are exactly the same. But they gave their like ultimate sort of tool of the week award to Nickelback because on the same album they'd like taken their same riff and used it in two different songs. It's just like when you're running out of content. It's like just put two on the same album, but it's like just hope people don't notice. And it wasn't like an acoustic version of the same song or anything. It was literally like here's two different songs.
Well, at least they stole from themselves only, unlike
It's like does it kind of stealing when you steal from yourself?
unlike Led Zeppelin, who stole from
Yep.
everybody else and just passed it off as their own.
Fucking
Yep.
thieves.
Or Bobby Prince, he was a filthy thief. Doom music was just ripped off of a lot of popular like metal and rock bands at the time, where he just slightly changed some of the riffs.
I'm telling you, like, no, you got to go watch the YouTube. There's like a set of 2 YouTube videos of everything that Led Zeppelin stole from other artists, and a lot of like black artists and stuff at the time. And they didn't just, I mean, they just lifted the entire fucking song full tilt and just made it. They said it was theirs.
That's
and got
fun
away
done.
with it.
Look at this thing that we just did. And so I was like, but someone else did this a year beforehand.
No, they completely Dazed and Confused was completely lifted. Completely 1,000,000% lifted from another guy who had on his album, who was opening for them during one of their tours, and just stole the whole thing.
Nuts.
I forgot what his name was, but they basically just stole it from him. And they were like, yeah, we don't know how he had the same song as us. That's just a coincidence. It's like, yeah, okay. The guy had it on an album before you fuckers. It was bad.
Why is this?
So, I'm not a fan of that. I'm just not. And I mean, so many people in classic rock, the Zeppelin. Fuck Zeppelin.
Alright, catch ya. Good night. Wait, I'm saying that he's not, no, I was saying that to, Ephraim, but he's actually already left the voice thing.
Oh,
sort of
you had a friend?
Yep.
I need skip tickets.
Lady, that's doing well one where someone actually just took the midis and the parts of the songs and put them right next to each other just to show how clearly stuff's been ripped off.
Yeah.
That's just so bad.
Who do I want to S8 next?
I'm thinking though. I'm trying to think if I don't think that they stole any. I don't know. They might have stolen something from
I
Stairway
wish
to
I
Heaven,
could
but I can't remember.
estimate more people, Kage, but
I'm gonna do Hadler. Let's get Hadler. Start leveling him up.
out of the 4 days, how many days have we had since it's been out?
I don't count days anymore.
Well,
I have
4 of
no
the
sense of
days
time.
I haven't gotten any crystals.
Are you sure it's been 4 days? Because you're not really good with numbers.
We got it a week ago, dude.
Thank
A
you.
week? Yeah. So I've only gotten crystals 3
So
days.
wait. So how many days were you off by, Hutch?
1.
No, the answer is 3.
What?
So wait, you said like 3 or 4 days and the
That
answer's
was 5
7.
times.
And then you say that you're off by 1.
Yeah, you're bad with numbers.
What?
He did not pass Common Core.
Huh?
What's math?
But they're seemingly putting stuff every week now, because like I wasn't expecting this to come on, the Friday again, like 1 week after putting in rank 8, and then it's like as soon as the reset had gone today, like I woke up early and hit the stuff. It's like here's your countdown to the anniversary, for the week thing for it. And I'm like, wait, okay, so they're definitely doing it then on the next, for what for me is a Friday, for you guys is a Thursday. And I'm like, all right, so that's pretty early, given we got it like end of January, and now they're doing it in like the first week of bloody
That part doesn't make any sense, but they're definitely accelerating.
That's
Yeah.
great. I use 10 skip tickets and I get 1 map.
So for the
So
very
great.
hard map that I used, I got 5 Iris, a couple of
That's good.
books. I got 1 Frigg, 1 Stam Juice. Okay, that was not bad.
Yeah, I remember when
I don't use 10 skip tickets and I don't get 1 map. Oh, and I just used another 10.
No, you're not.
because you have
Maps
terrible
are-
luck, man.
The maps are low drop rate. And also God hates you.
Why? Why?
Because God hates you.
I have to say, I always have a tough time dealing with the international date line, because when I'm looking on a map, I'm like, but Australia's behind me. How are you ahead of me, damn it?
Magic.
Yes, I know. It's so weird. I always have a tough time with it.
Kage, in the Pack on Air voice channel text thing I just posted, that's something that I got from one of the upcoming stages.
Oh, and JP?
Yeah. So you can get shit like this just from a single stage.
Oh, and that's for the anniversary. Well, that's
No, that's for 10, I think. Dragon Quest 10.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that pillow opens a stage, or that like candy thing. I don't know.
I
what
thought
the
you were
fuck
gonna
it's gonna be.
suffocate Hex with that pillow.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm not into that.
You'd be saving children.
Oh Jesus.
That's great.
Save the children.
Yeah. We also get another like that Santa Elena stage when the Dragon Quest V Reminiscence comes back, and they have Bianca doing the same thing, and they have Diamond Slime instead of Gem Slime at the end.
So I have 9,000 gold.
Do you know how much gold I have? I've got 807,000.
Which got a lot.
Is that Nib?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Nice.
So Phil,
G'day,
how do
Phil
you
DG.
feel about Pac losing his Reddit moderatorship to Marco?
I didn't know that happened, and I frankly I never knew in the first place that he was a Reddit mod.
That was pretty much my response to it with the first bit. It's like, Pax had this takeaway, it's like, oh, that's sad for him. I didn't know he had that, because I pay no attention to these things.
I guess.
Poor
Sorry,
Pac.
Pac.
Yeah, sorry, BDS runs the Reddit. Bad luck for you.
Wait. So it's just a player run thing. It's like not official.
Yeah, it's not official.
None of them are
Marco would
official.
never have
None of them are
any
official. They
control
could
over it.
make an official one. They did it for Echoes of Mana, which is another Square Enix gotcha game, but it's a lot smaller community, but much bigger Discord because they have like actual support, which is what they should have done for DQT.
And of course, this Stella, we have to get 40 of those things.
Yep, I've got one so far extra, and I'm not looking forward to farming more of that.
Is she even worth getting to 5?
It's a fucking S rank, just do it, goddammit. Why do you ask stupid questions?
Yeah, who asked that?
Hutch did. This is why I got kicked out of AW.
That's.
That's why Pac got him kicked out of AW.
Listen, I will gladly get things to 4, no problem, but I'm always like,
You're
do I
getting this to
spend the
5.
stamina to 5?
Yes, because you can spend money on this game. It's okay.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Grant one ally says, what the fuck is
So
this?
okay, how did Pac
You
lose
just asked what Sis Force is as well.
How did
I'm
Pac
sorry,
lose,
I should be
lose
mean.
his thing?
Fear.
Oh,
Fear.
What?
Okay, so I don't even know why. Basically, Marco, I don't even know. You're gonna have to explain that one, Pat.
Well, since he did explain it on the Discord, he did say on his Discord, so this one I will respond to. If he didn't say it publicly, I wouldn't respond to it. But he said it was because I didn't do much there anyways, like I've mentioned prior. Well, that's the thing. I hadn't done much anyways. But it hadn't been an issue that I hadn't done much anyways. And there's no limit to how many mods you could have on a server. Literally, the main thing that all I do there is post up an updated link of Arena Watch podcast to basically explain what the bonus is for the week, what units you could run, and what units you would be countered with, and you could counter with, what to fit for weight and stuff like that. Just general arena advice for the week. So basically, I got that essentially is taken away from me, and it's like, well, they run the thing, so it's like it's up to them. Who owns the hub, by the way? Oh, sorry, Sharkai's asking me on my stream. I do. So I don't kick anyone from the hub. I don't care about that.
You're taking the better ground than Marco, who gave me the excuse he left the server because of you, but then hangs out in your hub. You know,
I guess he didn't mention much about that and make a stink about that, so I'm not going to comment on that. But
he totally did to me though.
but he said that the reason why I'm not a mod is because I don't do anything, and that's not true. It's just not. Otherwise, I would have been gone a long time ago. Why suddenly today? It had a single origin, which is completely fear. It's just, it's a preemptive kind of thing because he's assuming I would do something, which is weird because I literally have never done anything. Like people got mad at me because I specifically don't, moderate these kind of things. That's half of the complaints I've ever got is nobody, I don't moderate enough. Like I'm not banning people. It's, so I'm not going to mess shit up, but that didn't stop him. Well, what bad is it? What bad is it? You guys got to talk things out, and you're in a better place now for it. What was so wrong with that?
And they tried to set that girl up and bring in an alt with her name on it and cause problems. That's how fucked up they are.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, look at the welcome list. They have a Nira in there who I had to ban. Because my wife went and asked, hey, is this you on a different account?
Nira on your server?
On my server, yeah.
Did that same join on mine or just yours? Oh, I didn't get kicked from the main court. I haven't done anything on the main court. I haven't even got kicked from Reddit. I just got kicked as being a mod. I didn't, I never did anything negative as a mod, so I don't know why.
Right, it's like you didn't deserve it. He's just arbitrarily doing rules now to, I guess, have.
It was a preemptive thing. There's no, you can't slice it any which other way. It's just preemptive. So he's just worried something's going to happen. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to mess shit up on that cord. So, I mean, on the Reddit. So.
I just don't understand what you have to do with the current situation, and it's like Kage and Hex have a beef, therefore let's ban Pack. I'm very confused.
Let's take Pack's rights away.
Well, no, I'm not gonna blow any of this up. But basically, only because he commented on it publicly, I'll address that, and that's pretty much it. If he didn't say anything about this, I wouldn't have corrected him, but he clearly lied, so.
Oh yeah, he definitely lied.
All right, so let's give our Jade a little more HP here.
Nobody knows. It seems that the guild has circled ranks around Hex because they want to die on that hill of how dare you.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't care to pile on because it's like you're piling on and they get defensive, right? So it's like, I don't want that. I mean, if Hex is doing some weird things, we shouldn't make them start defending him. I don't know if we're making, because that seems weird attributing like the guilt to you guys or us or anyone else. But I don't want to put them in a position where they're stuck defending Hex, doing weird shit. I don't know. If you're getting attacked from all angles, sometimes you can't trust anybody, and you're stuck in this kind of weird space. And yeah, I don't want to put them there in a sense. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. None of my business. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like my guild's pedo-free, so I'm good with that.
You sure?
Well,
yeah.
Hopefully,
sure
that would be weird. Let's see, can I outspeed Jade? I can't, can I?
Game maps.
So I got Grey Gnarl and a copy of Grey Gnarl in the paid 3,000.
Nice.
So,
Jack shit.
so all in all, you didn't spend too much on it. That's good.
Nah.
I got one of them in the paid, and then the other paid, I got 2 S's to pop up on. Oh, great! And of course, it was not, which is usually what my paid banners are. But I got one of them, so happy.
The only buttons I push better are the ones where Pack gets demoted.
it was like they couldn't demote you because you weren't in charge of anything. So they're like, "What's the next best thing we can do?" Oh, I know. Let's fuck with Pack.
Let's fuck Pack up.
Yeah.
Let's create a drama-free zone by creating more drama.
See how well that works.
I don't know why people love drama so much. It's annoying.
Bored. We're bored motherfuckers. That's why.
Yep.
Let's just be honest. This life is kind of boring. Do the same shit every day. Go to work every day. Ugh. So when there's some squabbling afoot and it's like fun to watch, why not?
Yeah. You wake up in the race car bed. You go to bed in the race car bed. You do the same thing every day.
Jerk off to the same buddy porn.
Tied up rabbits just for me.
Yep. He is a sad specimen of humanity.
You better not kink shame me about my tied up rabbits, Nips.
Don't shame me about my weird porn fetish.
Loser.
I'm just gonna bring this out here, say this all with everyone else, and then be like, oh my god, no one can say anything negative about it, otherwise I'm gonna have a tantrum.
That's
Pretty
more
much.
goes for 500. Better not bad talk my guild, because I'll have to censor you everywhere I have power. Okay, fucking loser.
Don't talk bad about my guild. But
I no problem talking bad about everybody else's guilds and sending like fucking memes and all that shit. Oh, okay. That's where you draw the line. All
well,
right.
it's you draw the line when it gets in public. You can do
I
it. in
see you
DMs
later,
behind
Sharkai.
closed doors,
You have a
but
good
the
one,
minute
too.
It becomes public, then there's a problem. How dare you air my dirty laundry?
There's not even figs in the DQ shop. That's great.
You have to get them from the maps or from the battles. They're pretty fucking rare.
I mean, I'm not looking at all the battles. I don't see them dropping. It only
Well,
looks like it drops
Even
from
if
the
you
map
were
battle.
looking at them, it would take me a while to point them out to you because, well,
There'll be a total of 36 maps in the swap shop over the course of the event as well.
magical.
Sounds like I don't even know what you're talking about. It sounds horrible.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. I've gotten a couple of maps already. It's a pain in the ass.
Shit, Jeff.
Yeah, chapter 1 and 2 doesn't drop any figs.
No, you're not going to get any there.
Let's make a game as much of a pain in the ass as possible.
That's called Diablo Immortal, hun.
Yeah, I'm sure.
More of a pain in the wallet.
Well,
Unless you're a sex worker taking it up the arse to make money to pay for Diablo Immortal, in which case then yes, it would be.
well, they make it hard on purpose
What?
so that you have to spend.
They pretty much gate it after a certain bit.
So, like, when people complain about this game, it's like, there's way worse out there.
There is. But I mean, even if you look at it on a scale from different stuff, this is one of the best gaches I've ever heard of, and this is actually a very fair game for people who don't pay money. And I am probably the stingiest person here with the game.
Maybe. You are kind of poor.
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean, I don't earn any money. I live a very free life.
With your husband.
Yes, who is female.
You transitioned?
Oh my god.
Damn.
No, she was
so-
born female, always female.
They definitely need to and this is me saying this. I never say this, but the amount there is to spend on versus the amount there is available resource wise needs to be adjusted. There's just not enough. They're obviously speeding up things too much, and
Yeah, we don't have the stamina.
Well, the good news is they can't do it for that much longer.
and why is that?
Run out of content.
We'll catch up to Japan. We'll be ahead of them if they keep going like this.
I mean, if that's what they're gonna do, and it does seem like they're doing that, it's still quite a ways to go, and that's what
We made up 10 days just from the last event. 12 more events and we're ahead of them.
Well, I mean, they're not going to put us ahead
2
of them,
months
but you
more
know.
of this like absolute hellish pace of like
How much, like, has someone calculated how much stamina, like, we've missed out on?
Give me a sec. I've got. All right, so we've made up 11 weeks, and how much do we get a day? 24 times 12, and then I'll add in the daily boost as well. This plus 20.
Fuckers doing
What was that?
trigonometry over here.
Yeah, so it's 408 base stamina a day, and that sounds right from calculation beforehand, equals this times 77. So not even including, so if you had no refreshes done, 31,416 is how much stamina we're behind.
6, 9.
So it's
Yep.
more like 80K.
Yeah, it depends how many. Obviously, people do different amounts. I'm passport only. I just do three refreshes a day, so I'm probably a lot less than most people here. But yeah, for some people, it'd be a huge amount more. How many refreshes a day do you want me to calculate?
All the
Please
refreshes.
stop.
Amuse me and do 8.
I like how you want a man to amuse you.
Could be worse.
Well.
At least doesn't want a kid to amuse him like some people.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if it was 8 refreshes a day, it would be 80,696.
There we go.
This fight wasn't that hard. Getting the 30X fight done already.
80K stamina. Jesus fuck.
And that's going from events. Obviously, we also have rank 8 quicker than they have as well, and that, so everything's not sort of entirely the same. But yeah, if I'm doing it from
I
the point that they got
Baramos
the
is
event,
still
the point they
useful.
got it, it's still useful.
Yep, he just won another EX event, basically. Got another fight for me. Now I gotta beat True.
That Baramos is the superstar of your team. He carries your account.
Yes, he does. Just like I carry you, Hutch.
Oh, I just got 5 items. Let's go.
I'll give you like, I don't know, 2 lottery tickets for your account. That's all it's worth.
2 lottery tickets.
Yeah, you get 2 scratch offs, Hutch. Maybe you win a lot of money on them. I don't know.
It'll make up for your
my
account.
God.
What you couldn't sell it for.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Oh
it's a
no.
good deal.
Oh gosh. That was excellent, Kage. Excellent.
You're welcome.
Chef's kiss on that one. Mwah. That was great.
Kage, man just kissed you.
Chef's kiss.
And it wasn't me.
You put your fingers.
It wasn't me.
Oh, I thought you were.
We all suspected the guy with makeup. He had to come out first. Wasn't me.
I played the Shaggy defense.
Oh
I
god.
thought he was talking about a black guy kiss because he said chef, so I thought chef from South Park.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Well, you could have quit while you were ahead on that one.
Yeah, really.
Nobody was ahead on any of this.
No, you had a zinger and then you had to ruin it.
I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
went
I got
over.
another map though. I'm going for this. I got a very good map. Let's go. Let's go again. Wait, so you really can get the same map again and again?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I just got a map.
You probably got the bad one. Okay, let's see. Come on,
And
big
the one
money.
that only gives you.
I'm guessing the XP one is the bad one.
Yes. Oh, so you actually did get the bad one. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know if I did or didn't. I'm just saying.
Ooh, got another 3 iris and a fig. I keep
Too
thinking
bad it doesn't
something
drop
else.
5 iris every time. That'd be nice.
It's 3 1s, 5, and then 0. But you get a very hard map for every time
Or
you
you
beat
get
AX
0.
stage.
Like I just did. 0 iris.
You may have been doing the bad map though.
No, I have the auto rematch going. I had 5 of them.
Well, I'm gonna go get some fucking milk and cookies.
Yay.
Take care, you go.
Is that code for something?
No, he just
it's not
literally
nice.
gets milk and cookies at this time.
Yes, he does. And then he makes me jealous I don't have any.
You got our snacks.
Do you have any Vegemite and cheese?
Ew, hell no.
What the fuck type of nation is that?
Hey, is Vegemite better or is the other mite better?
Well, I think Vegemite's better. Most Aussies would probably say Vegemite, and most British people would probably say Marmite. Marmite came first, so Vegemite is actually the knockoff.
It's because they didn't reveal the exact process they did, so they kind of had to reverse engineer it themselves and kind of came up with something different, right? Like 2 different companies, basically.
I think it was more one company had this great thing, and then a company in a different countries, like, hey, we're going to
That's
make
what I
your
mean.
own version of this, and yeah, it actually went really badly for them for quite a long time until
All right. Well, time to
one of
time to
the
head
world
to the
wars.
grocery store. If you catch my drift, nudge, nudge.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't get none of that. What was that, Nibs? Say
I
it.
don't understand any of that.
Can you be a little more specific?
Pack for here.
Okay, fuck. Jesus Christ. Let me explain. Hutch just said the stupidest follow-up to what I said, which was, I'm gonna go get some milk and cookies. And he said, is that code for something? And so I just did that ironically. I said,
Yes,
I'm gonna
I
go
got
to the
that.
grocery store, wink,
Yeah,
wink.
I got that.
I just wanted to make it
Yeah.
stupid.
I
Trolling.
mean, when you wink at
You
Hutch,
talk shit on Vegemite, so you're basically my mortal enemy
I
now.
mean, he said it like 1 minute ago. I figured the dots would
We
be
got it. We
connected.
just wanted to make you explain
got it.
everything.
I got it.
No, I don't think I think you generally didn't understand that.
But it
But you
didn't
don't
at
think Vegemite's good, so we can't really trust your calls on anything, can we?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think. You might is.
Gonna
It just
go-
sounds disgusting.
I'm gonna go get some items at the grocery store.
And we will miss you terribly.
Yeah. I'm gonna add you to the
Give him a
asshole
chef's
tier
kiss.
list right now.
Oh, thank God. I've been asking every fucking time I've like tuned in. I'm like, where's me? And this guy doesn't know who I am. Now he does.
Yes,
Yeah,
I need to be added to
that-
that
You were
list.
really good at having other men know
I
you.
mean, you can't
I
not
am,
have
like,
an
very
Aussie on an
good at
asshole
having
tier
other men.
list, right? You
Like,
got to put an
you've taken all these
Aussie at the top.
cheesy, cringy swipes at me, so here we go.
Okay, well, if you want me to tell you something useful, then I can tell you that Dragon Lord True Form is not actually a dragon.
You just added
No.
to your cringe sword.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It was only yesterday you were saying about how much that annoyed you with it, so I'm like, store that.
No, I'm
for
not
future
annoyed.
memory.
I'm impressed by how you're just tallying up the cringe.
We had a new category come up in our conversations earlier. What was it, guys?
It was
Where-
honesty and dishonesty. So it's like someone like Chase, for example, he's not dishonest, but he's
He's
an
an
idiot.
honest.
Like,
Yeah, he's an honest.
Alright, so
idiot.
Ghost of
Yep.
Delta 2. Let's see.
you can also write me as Ghost of Dickhead if you want to make me sound like an Aussie.
No.
I just
I'm not
got
gonna
a
give you the
vomit
pleasure.
No,
Oh,
he's not gonna
right?
get your
The
dick.
pleasure? Well, I don't think you'd be capable of it, mate.
Oh my god, every one of these.
Yes,
shitty,
I'm just
shitty
like
comebacks,
getting.
every one of these shitty comebacks.
Well, hopefully he doesn't know how to pleasure you.
I don't think he knows how to pleasure anyone by the sounds of it. He's sitting there going, "You're now on my list. You're a loser. I don't like you. I'm giving you 10 points to loser."
Oh my
This
god!
is great.
An Aussie doing an American accent. Is
Dude,
pretty
you
fun.
sounds like House.
incredibly
No,
butthurt.
I'm actually trying to sound like an Aussie guy that I worked with who.
You sound
legitimate-
incredibly butthurt right now.
Yeah.
You
I
sound
sound
genuinely
butthurt?
ass mad. You sound ass mad right now.
I'm literally asking to be added to the list, and then you're like, "Oh my god, you're offended."
You're not fucking special. You're not fucking special. There's like fucking 20 people on this list already. You think you're
I know they're on the list. I've been watching it and going, "Put me on the list, please, sir." But
But
you're
you
like,
know how to
"No,
read,
you are."
Yes, it's all
Yeah, I
about
can read.
it's all about you. It's all about you, right?
Good.
Because
I'm making it all
Sure,
about
I
me.
have another-
now.
I'm getting
You're
in
the
there and
first-
making it all
You're
about me.
You're the first person who has been on there because I'm gonna put you on a list, right? Because you're so
Schindler's
special.
List.
Ooh.
Schindler's List.
Okay, so you would love to think you're an asshole, but you're actually extremely cringy. Like, you have to be an effective person to be an asshole. But you are kind of an asshole, so I'm gonna go 5 on that one. Because you haven't really delivered any zingers
I love
yet.
this internal monologue. He's like, "You're doing all this stupid shit, so you're going on here, but you're trying to get on here, so I'm not actually going to give you that good. Take that, dickhead."
You continue to suck. You continue to suck at this.
Oh, you
So,
have
asshole.
how good I could suck.
Okay, that's
Oh my
I
god.
mean, he
dude.
does wear makeup.
Dude, you are terrible at this. So 5 asshole. Dumbass, I'm gonna actually say it's 9. I'm not gonna say 10.
Okay.
10 is really hard to accomplish.
Hey, but I have never
what she
put the fucking dragon claws on Dragon Lord True Form, so I think I should at least get some points off of that one.
I didn't give you a 10. I gave you a 9, sir.
Yeah, I said a couple of points. Please don't tell me you're as bad as math at as Mr. Hutch.
Oh my god, who is this guy? You are okay. 10 cringe is not enough for you. Seriously.
Yes, it goes to 11. Spinal Tap the shit.
Yes, we got the reference. Thank you for that.
That's good.
Troll, you're so bad at trolling that I can't give you a high score. Like you're trying so
I
hard
literally
right now.
get described as a real life troll all the time. But okay, if you, Mr. Phil DG, think I'm not, it's your list. You can do as you please.
You're so butthurt right now. It's crazy. You're so butthurt.
I
It's funny
don't know
because
how
he's
you can
just
honestly.
So
He's just
Kage
trying to
has a
troll
10
you
in
right
troll. No, he has a 10 in troll because he's really good at it. You know what I mean? A lot of people really want to think that they're trolls because that's kind of the cool thing to do, but you have to be good at it. And I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna get maybe a
Sir? What the fuck, sir?
I don't know why I'm a sir now. I was ma'am.
You just threw a
So what do you want to be called?
Ma'am. He wants to be a ma'am.
Okay.
It's just,
Sorry.
it's not an Aussie thing. We don't call each other sir. We call each other cunt.
No. Okay. But what do you call whatever you are? It?
I generally don't call myself.
Oh my god, dude, you're like a fucking 5-year-old. I know you are, but what am I?
I mean, you're the weird guy who's making all of these lists.
Oh my god, dude, this list has been on here since almost the beginning of the game. It's a meme of the game.
So basically, you're saying you've been doing it so long that I shouldn't judge you for doing it. That's not. That's like saying Hex has been like saying cringy, stupid shit for so long that people should just defend it.
Let me ask
That's
you
what BDS is doing. That's
hurt
exactly.
Who hurt you? What caused you to be
His wife.
such a
You
bitchy mood
did. You
today?
didn't love me. You didn't put me on the start. You didn't validate me.
Oh my
You
god.
are desperate for a validation. You absolutely are desperate for validation. That's why you're going off on this temper tantrum about me putting you on the list. Because you're desperate for my approval.
You're his daddy.
I was gonna say, we'll post some like semi-nude pics. We'll see how hot you are, and then we'll see how desperate I am for your approval.
See, I don't immediately go to the sexual thing, right? I mean,
He wants to see your nudes.
You gotta send the face swap one, Lady Kage. You remember the one that you had?
Yeah. We're gonna put that on.
One that's just very obviously not him, but has the face on there.
No, it's him.
That's just gender swap. You know those apps.
Something you wouldn't be interested in, but it's close enough.
okay, so sophistry, I'm gonna go 9 as well. It's just a little bit, kind of like you build up this little momentum, like, oh, I'm gonna take another crack at Nib, you know.
Who the fuck's him?
It's fucking
Him. He's him.
That's me.
What? I thought he's Phil.
Well, Phil's his name. It's government.
So he's basically having a few olds.
No.
Yes.
His name.
You have multiple personalities. You're talking to Phil right now, but Neb's gonna come out in a few. Fucking idiot.
Oh my god. Hold on. I'm looking for.
So you're at a 7.6. That puts you tied with Sar Peter.
There we go.
And above Kage. Wow.
There's a picture of Phil. I just posted it on Pack on Air.
There you go.
Wait, so his face swapped onto you?
No.
That's me face swap.
It's gender swap. It's the app
Gender
does it.
swap, Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Pack. Let's see. Let's find Pack swap.
Yeah, Kage's gender swap ended up winning the contest. So.
Hold on, I got one of the swaps. Hold on, because I didn't like your
His name
swap.
was Danielle. What was your name? Your name was like Ashley or something, right?
I don't remember.
I think you were Ashley. Takes a minute to find it.
Okay, this fight did not go as planned. Let's try this again.
Yeah. Okay. There's Kage. Oh yeah, that wasn't your good photo though, Pack.
Yeah, but the good one didn't even look like me.
Yeah. True.
This one kind of looks like me.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
our
point
three
with swap is you definitely want it to be sort of like, oh yes, I can see it's that person.
Kage.
But yeah, I can't let you unsee me, Delta. I want to haunt your dreams, so wouldn't quite want it to look like a different person, would I? Stare into your
I wouldn't
soul.
say you haunt my dreams. Horns
I'll
doesn't
stare
work
into
the
your
right
soul.
way.
Look at her. She stares right into your soul, doesn't she? Or to the right there and into the camera
Which
lens.
one's
But
meant to be you?
He's the middle one.
yeah.
That's the middle one. The last one's Kage.
I actually thought the middle one was Kage. That's how bad I am at recognizing this.
Last
Really?
one's Kage. Well, I gotta post mine.
Actually, yeah, I think the winner was Gender Bent Lady Kage.
Well, that's what everyone. No.
She became like a Giga Chad.
Which kind of fit?
Oh, I love the pictures you've got above this. Never even bothered to look at this before. Like the asshole with the F you and everything, and the actually.
There's Giga Chad. I just posted it.
You know who? Someone reminds me of that. Let me look it up.
Finish on 11. Yes, I've got the highest score on that.
I still can't see you above Tukey. It's like if you don't. But yeah.
What's people's issue with Tukey? Like I don't.
Hold on.
Being serious for a sec, like I paid no attention to the drama in this community or anything. Like the only person I knew that was an idiot was Chase, because he just kept making videos saying the game was going to die. I'm like, what an idiot.
Told you missed all the fun, Trop.
Yeah, but like all of this drama, it's like people are like, oh my god, this person's been kicked out of Arena Watch. I'm like, what the fuck's Arena Watch? Like that's what I'm like with all of this stuff. So it's like it's nice that I'm finally getting involved.
We get it. You're the new guy. You're I
don't know about
too close to
guy.
the rim.
Yeah, I was going to say question marks or quotation marks. But no, I've been around since day one of that. I've just played the game and followed some people's guides and asked people questions. People were helpful. Like I never saw this sort of.
I totally don't go to drama, guys. I'm so above it.
I didn't say that at all. No, I'm not above it. I find it hilarious. I just didn't know any of this sort of side of things existed.
Aren't you glad you found us?
Yeah, look, I've had a good time.
I only know drama because of Kage.
Yeah. It's all Kage's fault.
Thank you.
It's all Kage's fault.
Why? Because I know you don't learn a lot of things.
Marco's not been raided. Is he going to get raided because of this? That's the guy you're talking about that kicked out Pack, yeah?
Yeah.
And he was the spreadsheet dude for a while?
Oh, he definitely spread something.
Oh my god. Cheeks, what?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, I mean, they got Hex all to themselves now. They got all the Hex in the world.
Sup, Drive?
at once.
Just
They're
sitting
gonna
here
regret
farming.
that one day, but for
Also
now,
in the voice chat for Kage's server here.
Eventually Hex will like have the urge to share his kinks and look for their
Validation.
validation. And I hope they have the stomach for it.
Yeah, I was going to say either kinks that he actually has or just stuff to post just to get reactions from people and be like, I'm angry, so I'm going to post this really stupid shit.
Yeah, no, he's into it though.
Oh, he's definitely into it.
He actually
Like,
ended
I
up,
like him doing that with the real rabbit.
well, after his cancer, he ended up trying it on, like he was literally like jerking off his little micro dick while attempting the domination stuff. So he was like, I can make you do things. Ew, creepy. Remember, you guys remember?
Well,
He
this
said,
He said some fucked up shit. He
remember
definitely
he
said.
said
This was the same.
you could get your server shut down. And, like,
Yes.
This is why he got kicked, because I'm like, yeah, I think you would post child porn on here, because you fucking joked about it.
I
I'm pretty sure this is the guy who posted the whole like, I normally abuse my family, but thank you for saying something that annoyed me because now I'm just going to abuse you instead. It was that guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I haven't pulled on the dragons yet. I'm going to though. I just need my tickets. I'm only gonna pull tickets. I'm not gonna put any gems into them because I'm just not going to do it. So.
I'm going to hunt you and kill, hunt you down, kill your family, that sort of shit, like level level stuff, and it was just like,
You were there for that?
no, I wasn't there for that. I only found out about this yesterday when I was chatting to you and Pack and that, and then I think it was Lady Kage and that directed it to where it was, so I got to go back and read some of these.
Into it with him, but
Yeah, eventually.
I
But,
did that was super innocent. It was
Yep,
like I like to
yep.
see you try and threaten a real woman. It was like
yeah, it was just banter.
give this shit. Like a throwaway comment.
Yep.
Yeah, he lost his shit on that one.
Yeah, it's like, someone posts something dumb,
Here you
someone posts
insinuate
something,
I could get a real woman.
and then it's just like, how dare you question my manhood? Fuck you!
From his race car bed.
Yeah,
It was more just like
it.
it seemed
He went
like
from
more
0
of
to
a
100 in his race car bed. Vroom.
it seemed like more of a reaction to being judged. Like
Yep.
like how like don't you know in 2022 we're allowed to have any kind of perversion and we're obligated not to ever be called out on it or made fun of about it. It seemed more like that. It was like a righteous sort of
How dare you judge my child porn fetish?
Why would you post that and just expect no one's gonna do it? Like that? Out of anything that I've seen on that, that's been the weirdest for me.
anyway.
It's
Speaking
just
of
like,
porn, I need to go get my.
Okay, well, we'll keep talking about it. You go.
enjoy. Yeah.
But I'm glad that
Think
Nibs
of me when you're
remembers.
drinking your milk.
No, I'm
No, it's
glad
already gone.
Nibs remembers the time when he said he could like post shit and get our server shut
Yeah,
down.
thank
People
you.
are gonna tell.
Yeah.
People are gonna say that we made that shit up, but I mean, he put that out there a long time ago.
Sure as hell fucking did. Oh, but we're just overreacting.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Again, I think it was mostly bluster, but who wants to even wait around to see if he tries it?
Oh,
I
exactly.
sure as hell don't.
I mean, there's definitely people that you see and seen that from being involved with the Gears thing where someone comes and starts, comes onto a server or comes onto a forum, starts being really cringy, doing some very, very strange stuff, and you're like,
Could be worth it.
yeah, I don't think we really want to keep this person around. They've made it very obvious very quickly. So I'd say, absolutely well within your rights and, quite reasonable to go, yep, let's get this person out of here. We're not putting up with this stuff.
Not worth the risk.
Tropic, you guys are more productive with the list now than during the whole podcast. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I saw Drop say that was.
I like to say that I'm quite an inspirational person.
Oh my
I don't know about that.
I mean, you didn't top it.
Definitely our clown though.
You didn't top any of the charts for me, honestly. Like, it's a long story.
We have to finish the score when Nibs gets back.
Yeah, but I don't think Delta deserved any of those scores. That was just like a direct retaliation in the moment. But whatever.
And honestly, I'm not that fussed as to what I'm from high or low or not even rated at all. I just have a bit of banter while I'm here. Have some
Like that was pretty
fun.
funny.
Not hurting anyone.
Like if a comedian did that to just about anybody else, it would have been funny, So,
That was
I was entertained.
that was pretty funny. I thought you were spot on.
I mean, I'm sure that's why. Well, I assume half the reason that the list exists is for people's entertainment and for people to then sort of have something to aim for with some of the jokes.
But some people can't.
Be like, this person's a dickhead.
But some people can't separate the joke from like reality. They can't.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I assume that's why Hex isn't rated yet.
Oh, it's because they probably didn't even care to. Like,
No, I just.
he's not worth the rating, maybe.
No. I just want to treat him like his parents and just neglect them.
Who are we talking about?
Hex.
Oh.
It's like, well, he's
It was like
35.
the
He's gonna do
but
that
they're
for
not.
the rest of his life. Just let him do it. Like, all right, fair enough. Leave it at that.
I'd like to say thank you, Kage, for making such a fun community. Where we can actually, we can have a bit of fun and everything like that, and then I'm getting fun outside of the game while I'm waiting for content to come, because I'm one of those people that's like, I'd rather the content actually come out at the pace it is. It's good. I do it all usually in a day or two, and then I'm very bored.
Yeah, I don't get the whole content's too fast. I'm the guy who's like holding the fucking cup, waiting for another thing of content. Please,
Yeah, you
sir,
are.
can I get some
Please,
content?
sir, may I have it. The content, yeah. I just love everyone else's reaction in other gaming communities that don't play this. And then I tell them, oh yeah, the Dragon Quest community is up in arms again saying we're getting content too quickly. And people are just like, sorry, what the fuck?
But you
Every other
guys
gaming
fucking
community-
high?
Yeah. And look, I get it. I understand there are legitimate reasons for people to go, hey, you know, there are some disadvantages from us going this quickly, and some of them can't get all the stuff they want done. So, you know, no shade on them. They're absolutely, you know, fine with their opinion with this. But yeah, I'm one of those that is just like, look, I love this content. Give it all, you know, give it to me. If I can do 90 or 95% of it, I haven't got, you know, everything max awakened, or haven't got, you know, absolutely everything done. Okay, I'm willing to accept that. Yeah, and I'd rather have it at this sort of pace than have bits where, you know, say if it was taking twice as long for, you know, stuff to come out, or we had an extra week break between events or things like just to farm random stuff, because it'd just be like, why am I farming this? Why am I farming more of these bloody, you know, 20 stamina things for these, you know, generally quite shitty units? Or, you know, it's just, I think the game would actually, you know, sort of get a bit boring for me if we weren't getting it this quick. But I understand people's mileage may vary.
I think it'd be different because we'd have a shit ton more stamina to deal with.
I'm at the point where I don't even care anymore. Let me go as quick as they fucking want. Not like I'm gonna have any say in it. Like, yeah, you can leave a strongly worded letter and do all this stuff, but they flat out said, "Oh, we're not accelerating things before." And it's like I'm over here, like, okay, we're playing fucking Initial D with the goddamn game now. We're just speeding through things. Sure, yeah, we're not. Well, looking to close the gap. Okay, alright, sure.
We're not looking to close the gap. Meanwhile, it's more like, you know, when it's like you're looking at a dog and they start chewing something they're not meant to, and you're like, are you chewing something? And it's like, spit it out, they just start chewing it faster. So it's like they've just accelerated it.
That's fair, Bear.
That's my dog.
That is fair.
He likes to chew underwear in the house. Asshole.
So does Hex.
Oh God, that's true. Bubble gum.
I'm insane even think, just hit auto and wait for the best. Trust in the heart of the cards.
Yeah, I totally got fucked on that fight, so I'm looking to see if I can switch out something. It's easier. I've got this fight, and then I can do Corvus, and then I've got EX done. That's why I like doing it this way. I don't look up any guides, just kind of try and muddle my way through things. And if I get it, great. If I don't, well, yeah.
That's sort of one of the really great things about this community, right? Is the fact that, you know, you can play the game, you can have a lot of fun. If there's stuff that's frustrating, there's probably a guide out there that's going to be relevant to you, and there's a lot of good people making those and making them very accessible. Like,
Yeah, but I don't have the patience
there's
to watch
options.
those.
Surprises me that you don't have patience.
Yeah, well, for other people's stuff, I just don't. It's me doing it, sure, but other people's like, I don't want to sit there and do that. I just want to win. Save. Sis crack.
So that Red Hood thing, so fucking useful.
Yeah, he is very good.
It did take K. So let's put K on that. See what happens. Get away without losing a healer on this one. Okay, let's try it with this.
So I'd say if Nibs can't like do a podcast on a particular week, you need to make Ghost here your guest appearance because he's entertaining.
Just to be a
Ghost is kind
dickhead,
of
yeah.
amusing. Yeah.
I think I've got a
tried to-
similar style of trolling or laughing than so
Kage.
slightly different from, but similar to Kage. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not exactly the same or anything like that, but I can
Yeah,
understand
you
if
wear
Nibs is
makeup.
just gonna be like, hey, it's want to be Kage, I'll take that. That's fine.
Well, we gotta start somewhere, I guess. We should stop wearing makeup.
Nah. You do not want to see me without makeup.
Oh. Why do you wear makeup?
Acne scars?
With everything. My skin's not that great, so I occasionally wear makeup when I go out, but I overplay it as if I'm doing that most of the time.
Okay, well, let me give you a tip, and I'm not even being facetious when I say this. If you want really good, like, full coverage, like, makeup, like, I'm guessing you're doing it just like foundation for your skin, right?
100%, yes. Well done.
Yeah.
That washes out your skin, though, kind of, in a
It
sense.
does. So then
You gotta add the
they
highlights
use
and
lots of Sorbeline and other things
shadow.
Okay.
to make up for it. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. But you need it cosmetics. That stuff will cover everything. And just get a good color match, and I'm telling you, that shit is magic.
Yeah, I have a friend who she does my makeup every so often, and she's got like almost like an entire fucking giant briefcase worth of shit.
It cosmetics is
Here and
the
that.
shit. It covers everything, and it's got SPF 50. Like, you don't need
Nice.
anything else.
Yeah, and we need fucking good SPF stuff in Australia.
Yeah.
Just be Armenian, you could tan.
Funny enough, one of the SPF, like, you know, if I just wear sunblock never out of the house, have an SPF 50. That's Australia. The brand is Australian Gold, and it's tinted, so it gives you some coverage, but it's also SPF 50, which is really cool.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome stuff. So if I don't want to do the full foundation thing, if I do want some coverage on the face, this stuff works really good.
Yeah, this is why I need you in here more often, because Kage doesn't ever give me makeup tips.
I know.
Selfish bastard.
He's just having lipstick on his dick from me. No, just kidding.
It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
I would have loved to hear Peter respond to that one.
I'm sure you would have.
You would have clapped back so fast.
Yeah, he's not allowed in here anymore. Apparently, he has to come in on a troll account because Marco will spank him if he sees any of his members in here.
Oh, that's strange. Okay.
It is weird.
Okay, well,
Strange
it's
times
up to them.
Hootingham Gore. Okay. I've never played Dragon Quest IX, so a lot of these things are just lost on me.
I'll play this shit. I'm probably one of the few females that actually played this game ever at one time, but yeah. I'm not much for games though, so I got bored pretty quick.
You're basically just here for community stuff now and
Kage.
Yeah,
For Kage.
and giving out makeup tips.
I'm telling you, man. I'm all for the full coverage myself, so I know all about that problem.
Doing the shit that now that Kage did ages ago while I was too busy yapping.
It's that.
Oh, some of these stages.
One, fourth one now. Might be able to win this.
So I did the campaign, I did those 5, 10, 15 ones. Went through all of those. We were chatting. Just with the same team. Now I'm actually having to think about some different units.
Hey, hon, is there anyone actually watching, or is it just everybody's in here?
I don't know. There's two people on right now. There was Tropic.
One of them is me. I've got on one of my second screens, so I completely forgot it was up. I was on this for a
That's
bit.
funny.
That's hysterical.
Trop was in here and a couple others, but yeah, I'm sure everybody's just in here now.
I wonder if anyone's even going to bother watching this replay.
I'll leave it up and maybe BDS will find out about it.
Yeah, maybe someone will come on here and go, look, I need to find out what's been said about us.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only person who has patience for that kind of thing is Chase, right? He'll go through everything said about him.
It's great.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny because it's like if you really want to make someone look through everything, and that's kind of like, because it's a bigger troll to talk about someone publicly, and then they have to go through everything and read through it, and it's kind of funny in a sense.
That is, yeah, absolutely.
That's even better than telling it to them in their face, because it's like your intention is to tell it to them in their face, but they have to go out of their way and say that, you know, they have to lie to themselves. I don't care what this guy says about me, and then they look it up.
Me, but I've got to go out of my way to watch it.
Find out.
In case he's talked about me.
Yeah, yeah, that's the funny stuff.
Like when he hosts,
Oh, Jimmy Carr's brilliant.
Does Countdown. He'll, you know, see Rachel Riley, and then he'll talk about like the old previous host that got too old and got booted off. And he'll be like, "It's you! Look, you're still being talked about on the telly."
Oh my goodness. He has this interesting kind of, like a magician kind of trick, you know? As a comedian, he's on stage and he'll do a lot of crowd work, right? And he asks questions. But you could tell that the guy is either, you know, done a bunch of crowds asking the same questions, or he kind of like worked this out ahead of time. Okay, what are the likely things people will say as a response to my question? So I could have something quick and witty to say back. Because there's no way some of the stuff he has is just like ready, you know, to get back at the audience. And yeah, I've done stand up before, so I kind of understand a little. And I was just like, I could see it. I'm like, that's the only thing that irks me a little bit, but I'm like, I could respect it too. You know, he comes prepared. He doesn't, it's not all improvised. None of it is, but he's still witty and funny. So
I've got a few mates who are comedians, and a lot of the stuff they deal with is, yeah, just work out like what is someone going to say to insult me or to heckle. They're going to either say my jokes are shit, I'm a terrible comedian, or they're going to insult my appearance.
his is more specific though, because he's doing the crowd work. He's initiating. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so he'll start talking and having different points. Yeah, he's done obviously a very good job with coming different things that he could, you know, sort of pick out for some of those, I guess, archetypes. And then whenever anyone says anything back,
that's why I consider him a bit of a magician. You know, he's like he has to pick someone from the crowd and you know, and then respond to them. And but the joke, you know, the magical act is prepared ahead of time to fool the audience. That's why I consider him a magician out of, you know, amongst comedians. He's a magician in a sense. So
yeah, it's a very good call.
hmm.
Now I've got to keep swapping all my fucking equipment.
We're going to a comedy show this weekend.
No, you guys see him.
Chris Rock.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Is he gonna get smacked in the face or?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why we're going. We want to see what happens.
Copycat things like that happened in Australia afterwards. Bizarre. People just started smacking motherfuckers. Or coming up to try and fight other comedians here.
They're fighting comedians over what? Just censoring them or like?
You know how Chris Rock slapped got slapped by Will Smith.
Sure.
Like there was a comedian over here that was on stage. The guy came up and like, you know, bit drunk, you know, starts, you know, yelling at the comedian.
But that happens all the time.
The guy then punches him.
I feel like that type of stuff happens all the time to comedians. So it just gets highlighted because the culture's seeing.
Yeah, it's just highlighted more now.
Yeah. I mean, there's why copycat it if it's like if you hate Chris Rock, that's one thing, but those other comedians, it just doesn't, you know, doesn't line up.
Okay, looks like he's concentrating very intently.
Who what?
Kage, he's got the finger to his head, trying to channel all of his hand energy into his brain.
How's that working out for him?
Well, we're supposed to charm, so that might help him a little bit, but this doesn't look like it's going particularly particularly well.
Okay, interesting. So there's 3 different map stages for the new event. And
So far, yes, but then more come out. Mystery Light 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
but they're different maps. You're not using you're using different maps to do them. Okay, that's fine.
That's correct. So there's 10 different stages that will come out over the course of the event.
I would love it if we could have just, used if it was just one generic map and you could choose which one to do. Having it like this and giving no choice seems kind
Forced on you.
it seems like it's like the illusion of choice. You don't really it's like you have the selection, but it doesn't feel like you're choosing anything. You know what I mean?
Yep, yeah, because it's not like here's a token and you can spin it on whichever of the maps you want, like, we normally do, say, with
Yeah.
Summoner or something like that.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
becomes a,
stupid.
oh, cool, you've got this, so this is the one that you're locked into.
Yeah.
Very cool. So for a guy who's pretty reasonable, it makes a lot of sense. It's just weird how much drama you cause.
Who? Kage? Me?
So you.
Me.
You, yes.
Yeah, I'm a sneaky devil, I am, Just I cause a lot of trouble. Not everyone knows that I do this. You poll if you poll all the people that have known me throughout my life, they'll all tell you a different story. Sometimes use a different name. So
Because you're an actor.
yeah. Well, there you go.
One of those crisis actors. This makes sense now.
But I'm yeah. So
Max played the part of the dead kid at Sandy Hook.
oh no.
I could see him doing that, actually.
I've played just about every part I could play in a play. I've done everything at this point. Just
So were
about.
you Juliet?
I've played a female. I don't know if I've been Juliet.
How the hell did you change down enough to be a convincing female?
Oh, it wasn't. There's no amount of it was the piece turned out to be pretty absurd. Just because it
I thought you
was
said the priest turned out to be pretty absurd.
the piece turned out to be pretty absurd, and it wasn't meant to be. Right? So I had to ask the director, a student director, right? And we had this like kind of 10-minute play festival or 5-minute play festival. We had a directing class and we all, auditioned the other students within the department. And I was like, you know what? I'll audition for someone else's show at the same time as, doing my own just to be nice. So this lady kind of cast me in her show and I'm like, okay, so what am I doing? And she's like, okay, you're gonna play the part of this woman, and I'm just like, okay, so am I a trans woman or am I a woman? And she's like, whatever you want. So me and this other guy are both playing women in this play, and it's almost like this has been washed up girl, getting like fashion advice from like this I don't know what you would call it, like a fashion advice person coming in and like raiding their closet and saying, oh, you can't wear this is not fashionable anymore, and trying to
Like Queer Eye.
something like I don't know. I've never watched that, so I don't know. But
He played in it.
but so I'm playing that part and this other guy's playing his part, and by the end of the play my dorkiness rubs off on this lady who's trying to help me clear the closet, and then she freaks out and like, I'm turning into you, and then runs off. You're a bad influence, and then just runs off, something like that. So it was a pretty weird
Made that
piece.
lady gay?
Huh?
Made her gay?
Made her what?
Gay.
Made my character or the other dude playing the other girl?
You made the woman gay.
Did I make the woman gay, or was it written that way? Because I don't know. No, it just
I
no.
just know that Pride Month's officially over, so back.
So yeah, but the two parts in the play though were originally intended to be women, obviously. But I was just asking the director what their intention was behind it. Didn't really have one. Just like completely open ended. But yeah, I've played that. I've played just about anything under the sun. But it's like it's just a character, so
Play
it's
with anything.
what?
Yeah, I think
Nothing.
about this.
Oh my God. Here we
Yeah.
go.
What are your intentions with my daughter, Pack?
Whatever I want with her. So why don't you ask her? I don't know.
I don't have a daughter, and that makes sense that you'd have sex with a woman who doesn't exist. Weird.
Oh my God.
Is there actually a term for someone that only has sex with imaginary women besides an incel?
I have not heard of that before. That's an interesting question. I really don't know.
We'll have to ask that.
I thought he wasn't interested in women. He was interested in other kind of creatures and whatnot.
And female rabbits and shit.
And devils and elves and that kind of stuff.
What was the one where he like had the girl?
I'm actually worried that Hex may actually be after someone in our community. Because why do rabbits live?
Oh God.
In a little den.
The hutch.
In a den, right?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hutch, better watch out, mate.
You're a mess.
Is that what hutch means? Like a rabbit den?
Or rabbit sex at this point.
What was the picture he posted where it was like the girl tied up and she had like what police tape or something all over her?
I don't. It was weird.
It was a weird one. Like she had like, yeah, it was like police tape or something all over her privates. It was like, ew, gross.
Well, I mean, for him, it probably would be a police line that he wouldn't be allowed to cross.
It'd be a crime scene with the police
Yeah.
tape all over it.
Yeah. Nice.
Good times.
It was like wasn't it? It was writing in Japanese or Chinese or something on the tape.
It was some weird shit.
I remember, yeah, it was something like that because I wrote down the comment was, the translation of this is no means no.
Oof.
Have you heard those frat boys that were chanting against the no means no thing?
No.
It's they go no means no and yes means anal. Or-
No means yes. It's no means yes and yes means anal.
yeah, sorry, that one, yeah. That one, sorry. Yeah. It's funny because people can like chant these whatever they want and then people will turn it on its head and ruin it.
Oh, let's go.
You got it? You got the RNG?
Oh,
I'm just loving this little shit stream too.
Lightning White King just got a crit, and his attack is down, so I don't be able to kill. Let's go. Oh wait, no. Damn it. He has to move. It's alright.
Do you have any MP left? Oh, you don't.
Yeah, no, White King does. I'm literally just protecting power by White King so he does not die.
He can't even move up to hit the guy because your Thwarthog is blocking him off, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. It's okay though.
You'll get him next turn.
Fucking curse. I would have won that one. Damn it.
That was so close.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Green Dragon can't move because of curse. Great.
Where should I move? Should I just move up and to the right, up and to the left? Not sure. No, I'm just gonna keep him there and I'll just move everyone up. Yeah, because then he can't move. Yeah, let's do this. Just leave him here.
You could attack with him. There's a chance he can crit.
It does 0 damage.
Well, if it crits, it would do more than 0. Because defense doesn't exist when you crit.
Alright, because he's fucking dead anyway.
It's, yeah, there you go.
Well done.
Hutch got him.
Let's see where Hutch is at. Besides a rabbit hole getting fucked by Hex.
I don't even know who this Hex dude is.
Oh, you're doing lots of I thought you were doing something.
I finally got 36 done.
Oh,
I was gonna ask
just
this is the
auto
best
it.
but you've done them all before, right? But you just didn't do stuff for several months.
No, the first I got was 33.
Okay, nice. So this is your highest. Cool. Well done.
Yeah. Oh boy, this one. Ooh.
Which of the new units do you have? Do you have any of them?
Oh, Hutch? I don't maybe.
You have Sorrow, you have Kid Terry. Oh yeah, dude, there's a better strategy for 37
For Hutch, there's always a
now.
strategy.
There's a better strategy. Let me try to see. Let me see what I used for this
I'm
month.
guessing Terry is involved. Like actually Terry.
No. That's next month when Malroth has his bloom. But until then, there's another one. Let me look it up really quick.
Is Knock involved?
It could be. Hold on. It might not even work because you probably need Dolmagus.
Probably.
Can't afford Dome.
You never know. The guy's pretty close to the thing. You know.
I have it. I just don't have the Awakening one form.
Dolmagus?
No, here. You can literally see this.
Did you got him with the ticket?
No, I can get him with the ticket, but I don't have the
Right.
cards.
You don't have the fragments. What is it? Demon fragments? Who'd you spend your demon fragments on? Let's see. Okay, so you have Barbados and Bodkin Boyer. So if you didn't get those two, then you could get a one awake.
I spent it on him for like a long time ago, though.
Right.
That's fair. And like, it's not like they've been giving us lots of fragments recently. They sort of started off pretty heavy with it, and then drastically pulled that back.
Yeah. That's unfortunate about the Barbados that he wasn't as good as he could have been. You never know with a bloom, though. He might get something good. But it's going to be a while. I think my camera cutout was actually blocking me from seeing how many fragments you had for demons. 32?
Something like that. It wasn't much.
Wasn't much.
I can't even remember the last time we had demon fragments in the shop. I think it was like, it literally could have been like 6-7 months ago plus, probably. Or whenever.
With daily missions and things as well. You know, an event would come out and they go, okay, cool, you know, here's like one extra slime or a few extra slime once per day.
Yeah.
Rather just generic tokens.
Yeah, we haven't had demon in I don't know how long.
So we have another shield looking dude, but he doesn't actually have cover abilities, does he? The Dark Paul, this new unit.
Oh, Dark Paul, have a look.
Sounds like Darth Maul.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be Dark Paul Bearer. I think that's the joke.
Dark Pallbearer. Who's that?
Pallbearer is someone that.
Oh, a pallbearer. Yeah. I don't know why it was a dark pallbearer. It just sounds weird.
Shield tackle, shade slash, and attack grip.
It still sounds like Darth Maul, but dark Paul.
Also had one a bit like Darth Maul.
I'll just call him Dark Leary.
That works for me. I'm gonna rename mine now because of that. I'm gonna have to get him first though.
I'm the kind of person that gives people stupid nicknames all the fucking time, and I've only ever nicknamed one character in this PAX game. It's bizarre for me. They've really thought about doing it. Oh, I have a good laugh at like I like what Tuki's got with his. So I'm JoJo's fan as well. I like a lot of the bands he's into. And there's some bloke that has worms for brains and stuff like that as his. I think it's hilarious.
So what's interesting is that you could spend like what 40 gem refreshes for the duration of this event, and you could end up getting on average by doing that 50 more of these fragments than you normally would have. Like natural stam would get you 100 over the course of the event. The refreshes would get you like another 50. That's half of basically half of a unit, 50 fragments for the price of like 4,000 or so gems. Almost 5. You get half a unit of your choosing. You know, an awakening for them at least. But that you would have probably got anyways. It would have just taken a bit longer, you know? It's strange. It's so strange. It's a lot of gems. 4,500 or so.
I mean, I'm not going to buy gems, so I want to save my one to have those like, hey, you know, buy 10 lots and we'll give you 6 guaranteed S units and that kind of stuff. So it'd be very helpful.
Yeah. That's the paid gems though. It's gonna be nice. As far as free gems, I mean, you might as well spend it getting these fragments. It's not a bad investment. It just sucks that the drop rate's so terrible.
It is very terrible.
At the moment, I'd rather save my gems, I think. Keep doing my 3 refreshes a day.
Oh look, Celery Gaming.
Oh, don't use that. That's an old one, man. Man, the Dolmagus. Let's see. Is there one without it? I'm trying to think. There's a few.
This one.
Have you cleared this stage before, or have you never?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is this your first time going this far, or do you always get this far?
I usually get to 32 or 33, so 34, 5, 6, and now I'm at 7. It's like my first.
Wow. Pretty good for a first run.
Especially me. I've got to 32 as my highest.
Yeah, this month was a lot easier than all the prior months.
And today I got my second awakening on 15k and you get 3 guaranteed S units, which only can pop the brides. And yeah, the last one's just a ticket to pick what you want. So you will be able to get her for a guaranteed 15k in a little bit.
I have all 5 of these. Cleared it in 3.5 minutes. I like that.
I've had to rely on a few of the poor people strategies with the like, wait 60 turns till boss runs out of mana thing. A few things.
No, I can't do that. I just physically can't.
Yeah, I was pretty lazy last month, so I fell behind because I could have cleared floor 40 last month. Well, I could have cleared it for the past several months, but I just haven't. But yeah, I fell behind to like I had to do 34 this month, but I didn't do the 53 plus turn strategy, the 60 turn strategy thing. I didn't have to do it this month. Kid Terry, basically, I had the 3 stacks of spell potency, so I could one-shot the peacock before he switched modes, basically. Because you get him low enough, and he switches over to like, zap ability, so you can't really do the whole tanking with the frizz thing anymore. So if you really want to skip that, you have to one-shot him, but he has like 3 stacks or something like that of spell resistance. So your Jessica, even with like leadership, doesn't deal that much damage. But yeah, with the 3 stacks of Terry, that kind of made up for the difference. So.
Acre break really do that much? Holy shit.
Alright, it looks like I have enough for all my tickets, finally.
Alright, I finally stopped streaming. I'm gonna get my ass kicked a little bit more than head to bed.
Sounds good.
Hey, Knock. Alright, guys, I'm gonna do my polls and see how I do here. Came in at the right time.
We'll see if
Wait,
I get banned
what's
from,
your stream?
for tomorrow.
Mac?
What's my what?
Are you streaming on Twitch or are you streaming on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah, my YouTube audience is
Yep.
bigger and it's better to stream.
Man. I'll give you a follow.
I don't get anything from tickets ever, so don't be disappointed if you come in my stream and see that I got nothing out of it.
I would be disappointed about your daily life.
Dude, so this is gonna be 20 more tickets. Hey, we got Ghost of Dota here. Wonder who that could be. Anyway.
That's the guy who's slightly gayer than you because he wears makeup.
Hey, I just wear it, but only for shows, which is pretty rare.
He does it for shows, but only for men.
Yeah, that's it. But they pay me probably more than they pay you for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, I could see that.
He's wearing them for drag shows.
He's wearing them for drag shows?
I was gonna say, my secret shame is I've only ever been in drag once. I looked fucking amazing too.
There you go. You go, girl. I'm sorry,
Oh,
you
no
go,
shit.
queen.
You mean tell me you don't have photos of you in drag when you brag about it?
Yeah, people assume I've probably been in drag a lot more.
I wasn't
than
paying
I've
attention to the polls. What did I get?
Shame is I've only been in drag once.
I'm not sure why that's a cause of shame, but okay.
Well, most people have the whole idea that, if a guy, is in drag or things like that, it's something that they hide, or, so it's the shame that they actually do it, whereas my shame is that I've barely done it. People assume that I
Oh, the spotlight. Yeah, you know, yeah.
Feels like I'm
Nice.
advertising a bit.
Okay, I could agree to that.
Well, this is 20 more. So I could say I've had like 680 or so tickets with no banner S unit.
I was gonna say my last one was Veronica.
Veronica?
Yeah, it's easy getting with the 10 free.
My last one was Valencia.
Ooh, wow. Okay, yep, that was a while.
I'm pretty sure something sus is going on at this point. Like, I've gotten loads of
Discrimination.
I don't know what it is. I've gotten loads of what do you call it? The general pool S units, but none of the banner ones. Like I don't think anyone comes close. I think I have like the hot streak for, unless if the gambling code or whatever they have over at Aiming and Square is like doing this to a few people in the community or whatever it is. Yeah.
Basically, there's a few zeros in the wrong spot with your chances.
Maybe, because it's like they have to get people to spend, so the algorithm, just like say like a casino, will do it differently for different people based on how you're playing.
Yeah. But they still want to give some kind of like, here's a small return, here's something you get. It's just, yeah, for yours, it's just here's all the bloody general pools that you got maxed.
Oh, I don't even have that many general pools. It's just because 680 tickets isn't getting me many general pool units. My gems haven't gotten me that many general pool units. All my S units lately have been from spending gems, not from spending tickets. So that's where they come from usually. Which is hilarious. So
I mean, yeah, if you do it,
if I reach the 1 year mark, then I could start calling bullshit, Like 1 year of no banner S units. Then I'm just gonna be like, okay, something's wrong. Cause like I started an alt account, right? Just to see. And just in case if we needed one for AW, which we ended up not needing. But first thing, I use the daily login ticket or whatever, and I get sorrow. Just like first thing. And I'm just like, okay.
I did that on my Japan one.
Beginner's luck is real because they want to hook you into the game. So I don't know, maybe I stop playing for a few months and then.
It's not the worst conspiracy theory out there where it's like, yeah, they'll try and hook you when you make it.
Well, it seems reasonable too from their perspective. I think it's a smart business practice, if nothing else.
It wouldn't shock me if it came out that a bunch of these gacha companies were doing stuff like that, and
Oh, totally.
Sort of advertised drop rates.
Totally.
Average advertised drop rates, but it may be different for each person.
I just got a settlement in my bank account from DoorDash for them withholding tip money, because you don't actually know how much the customer gave you. So there's no way of me knowing if DoorDash lies about how much I get on my end. Same thing with Amazon Flex when I deliver for Amazon and I get tips. I got a payout from that too. I never sued anybody, but they had to settle. And they just put the money directly. Like with DoorDash, I had to, sign up as part of the class action lawsuit. With Amazon, they just gave it to us up front because what they did was even more shady. Something I can't remember. But yeah.
They got investigated.
Yeah, and it's like, pretty much every company I've worked for has done it. It's because there's no oversight. So why wouldn't they?
Yep.
If there's no oversight, it is happening as far as I'm concerned. If the system is big enough, they stop treating things like people and stuff like that. Then they start treating things like numbers, because that's pretty much all they're dealing with. And it's like all they have to do is flip one switch, essentially, metaphorically.
It's like the whole thing where you see companies get in trouble, and it happens here in Australia, even though we've got relatively good protections, where it's like, oh, this person wasn't paid the proper, meal allowance, they weren't paid the proper bonuses, and there's all these like little small things, but then over, a company that has quite a few people, say several thousand people, or bigger, over a few years, it ends up saving them millions. And for a lot of them, I think it's like, well, it's weird that it never happens the opposite way. There's never bits where it's like, oh, our people have been overpaid by X amount for so many years. It's always underpaid. So I fully imagine that there's some people at these companies going, well, hey, we're saving hundreds of thousands doing this. We'll probably have to we'll probably not get caught with this, and if we do, the fine's not going to be that big. We're actually better off doing it.
Exactly, and it's if an average bloke did any of these things, they're serving a life sentence. But if a company does it, there's a payout, and it's all chill, you know? There's no consequence.
There's a huge push here to make wage theft an actual crime that would, say, give jail time to CEOs or people on the board.
Oh, they
I
should.
doubt
They
it's ever
definitely
gonna happen,
should.
but there is a push towards that sort of stuff because like if this actually has them risk in a real risk of jail time, not just a theoretical one that never happens. A lot of the companies will pay more money for compliance to make sure that their stuff is in accordance with the law and everything because it's not going to be to their advantage to do that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that sucks, man. That you worked for multiple companies that have been doing that kind of thing.
Well, I knew they were doing it. Like, I'm not stupid.
It's just hard
Like,
for you to prove because
everyone's like, you know, telling me I'm wrong about it, and it's like, why wouldn't they? They're like, but why would they? You know, like, people are generally good people, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that shit doesn't exist, man. Like, so you'll come across a few gems in humans, but when you're talking,
individual people, you put them in a company where their whole thing is to make as much money as possible, and it's basically gamified, where they're like, well, I can get away with this, this, and this, so I will.
it is a game. It is a game.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all a game. It's almost, there's a little bit of psychopathy to it, you know, in a sense. No, maybe I don't know if it's sociopathy or psychopathy there, but you get desensitized. You don't even realize you're doing it at that point. It's not like a natural born psychopath. So maybe it is sociopathic a little bit. I don't know. Isn't that what they say? Psychopaths are born, sociopaths are made. I don't know. Something like that.
Sure.
I mean, that's their fault. That's their fault for being so vague about it. You try to look it up, and you'll be just as confused as, you know, as you were before. Trying to ask that question, you're not going to find an answer. What's the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath? Basically, that, you know, psychopaths don't have an in-group, I think. Something like that. So sociopaths have people that they can treat humanely because they're part of the in-group. And then they have everyone that's in the out-group, they could totally mistreat and have zero regard towards, you know, because it's not their pack. So, and, you know, they could be...
I think also ends up being like, oh, hey, you know, here's our group, here's the group that we're mistreating or treating as worse, but you know, we're going to use this as a way to basically drive a wedge because people want to be in the, you know, group that's treated well, not the group that's treated badly. So they start, you know, just going with and identifying the group that does the right thing, which, you know, or they see as winning, I guess.
Or, you know, they're in group, like their family, their friends, stuff like that. And another thing is, like, sociopaths, if you outsmart them, they're prone to outbursts of anger, apparently. So, which is not, you're not going to see that with the psychopath. Honestly, would rather deal with a psychopath than a sociopath, because it's like, at least he's not going to fly off the handle. So there you go. I don't know.
So whenever I have these discussions, I think of my father-in-law. He has an ex-wife, 3 daughters, none of which want anything to do with him ever. And it's like whenever I watch the TV show Homelander, it's 100% him. It's just not the powers, obviously. But like whenever he feels like he's disrespected or someone tells him he's wrong about something, just that like flash of anger that he can barely hide, and he can't control his emotions then. It's just so weird because he could be having a perfectly normal conversation, and then, you know, someone says something he doesn't like, or, you know, that somehow he perceives as an insult to him, and it's just like, just completely loses it. Like, there is no way he can keep a lid on his emotions. Yeah, whereas I guess you're right, like someone who's a psychopath, just, it wouldn't matter to them, they don't care.
Yeah, none of it matters, so... like I said, I'd rather deal with that kind of person than the sociopath,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, better deal with a standard rather than just...
Better have, you know, all or nothing, you know?
Yep.
All or nothing. Like a normal person or a psychopath than deal with a sociopath.
good chatting with all of you. It's been fun.
Likewise.
Kage, I'm sorry I don't get to chat to you that often, but it's always great. Pack Demon, you've got a brilliant mind. You're fantastic to talk to. Kage, you're a fun asshole. Thanks for bringing us all together.
Yeah, no problem. If Mickey just had their way, we would never be able to talk.
Oh my
Marco Hitler.
Hutch, always a pleasure seeing you, and congratulations on getting to new heights for the Blossoming Doors. Heights well beyond what I'm anywhere close to.
Thank you.
Well, I'm heading to bed as well. Probably finish with this. Sleeping.
Alright, catch you guys.
See you.
Alright.
How's it going?
EX Corpus.
How the hell does he get the damage? Needing that agility.
So yeah, all I got from these tickets was that A rank twice from both of them. Man, that's just...
At least you got the A rank.
I guess, but that's what it is every event. Not every A rank, but like that's like the extent of what I'll get is an A rank or general pool S unit or something. Or nothing, you know. I do end up with a lot of just all silver. But that's alright.
That's Marshall. So, who needs that? Can I give him the zap call? Heck, we've only done a little bit with the zap potency. Much agility is on there, actually. Down to 454 if I keep an attack weapon. And ice dragon is one. Okay, so I'm gonna give him this then. Still 454, okay. And then his damage. So I buffed it 2 more damage. I really can't get him any higher. So he has to have a shit ton of agility. I gave him the zap claw, still isn't enough agility. Oh, I hate agility in this game so much.
But it's the best stat in the game.
It really is. Wish they had more agility. Is there anything beast that can give him agility? Oh wait, no, he's dragon. I don't have anything dragon. No, he has to have that. Can't touch him. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. See if it gives me the damage. Yeah, that's gonna make up 156 damage. I see. That's how he gets the damage. He goes first and he gets the defense down. Okay. Let me change something up. Wonder where he got that damage from. Is anyone else here?
It's just us, man.
Oh,
Yeah, no. I think they all went to bed. Meanwhile, I'm still here farming. I'm about close to finishing the stream. I think I've cleared most of the stuff I wanted to clear for now. I think there is, I guess, these treasure maps. I do have a few I might be able to spend. Do I have any? Needed one. I have two. So there's no strategy with the treasure map thing, right? I just go in.
it just, yeah.
I don't need to save it, right? There's no, like,
No.
part 2. This is not on a day cycle or anything. And
No, nothing like that. It's just spend a shit ton of stam again, which we don't have.
okay.
What it seems like.
Let's see what I get out of it. Hopefully something good.
I got an Omni Stone.
Oh.
One of
Did you
Yeah.
put it straight towards your agility jacket? Hopefully.
I haven't done it yet.
But yeah, that's the liquid metal jacket, not this one. Oh, you got a pretty decent roll on that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I did.
Probably.
I mean, mine's good.
Oh, it is.
Could be-
Okay, I can't remember who it was. There's somebody that had a bad roll for a pretty long time for their jacket.
I don't even know who would want to.
Yeah, because I told them to spend money on their agility jacket, and they did. They used all of their Omni Stones, and they didn't get jack shit.
That sucks.
Yeah, I can't remember who I told to do it, but it really sucked because they didn't get anything. You cleared the Giddish Empire very hard and almost got the figs there.
The
Still
only
got
thing
one.
I'd want would be triple attack, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I did very hard. I haven't done the EX.
Although I would want to do this one for triple HP.
Which one? What are you looking at? Oh, the liquid metal armor. Yeah, that's not a bad one to have for triple HP.
Yeah, it's rough though for one. I'm just trying to think like what I would even do. I mean, look, I can't even do this one again. Like, how am I gonna get better than that? I don't really know how.
There's some guy out there with 12, 12, 12, laughing.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm very sure. This, I am very disappointed. I couldn't even get a double HP roll on this.
Well, you got some sort of thing out of it. All potency, brilliance. It's not the worst thing. If I had it my way for the the Papunica knife or whatever it's called, I would have had it be all physical potency, the 4% rolls there, just so I could use it on typeless abilities as well.
Mm.
Yeah. How many figs did I get so far? I think it dropped pretty. How often does the fig drop?
Often does what? The Omni Stone?
Oh no, never mind. The Omni Stone's pretty rare, the S rank one. That's the only one that matters. I mean, the A rank one may.
I'd love triple HP on this.
Which one are you looking at? Oh, that one? No, you want triple defense for that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a
I see. Yes.
it has the highest defense rolls in the game that, you could use that on certain units and it's pretty good for
God, that'd
PvE.
be 60.
It's not the end of the world, be all end all. You'll still be able to clear most content without it. You don't need the highest defense in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not a deal breaker by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't even know what to roll it on. Maybe this thing. I like the 15 agility on it though. It's a solid all around roll. Just gonna leave that for a bit. Okay, so let's see if I can clear this. So he has more agility than him, so he can get the defense down. Is there anything I can give him? There's not. He needs 456 to be ahead of the dragon. Gave him the spell potency one. I was going for triple agility on this one.
Yeah, same. I ended up with like double agility and I think one silver wisdom roll or something.
I would have liked that, but I mean, still.
There's been a few pieces of content where I needed the extra bit of agility, and this one didn't cut it because my roll only had a double agility instead of triple. So even that little bit of wisdom, as good as it is, doesn't really help me clear anything, like clear any high bars that have been set. It's like, okay, you need specifically this much more wisdom and you would be able to finish it. It's like that hasn't come up, but it has come up that I didn't have enough agility. So, is what it is.
It is what it is.
Till it is what it ain't.
That too. Alright, get the defense down. Nope. Hello, Malfoy. How are you doing, buddy? I know, I've been up here for a while. If I don't get this quick, though, then I'm going to sleep. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You and your sandpaper ass Tom.
Cat, huh?
Yes. There's the defense down. Now, give me the sleep. Fuck you, game. You suck. Oh my god, I just need to do this to see the damage. Whew, 24. Almost 25. And then I have the damage to kill. Okay. So I just need the defense down and the sleep. Any Battledore video that I see that's below 10 minutes, I am all about.
I just
like
look for like no RNG if possible. But yeah, that's not going to be possible with this one until you have a few different units that you're missing here. I mean, next month you're going to get that Malroth bloom, and you won't even care about having a Dolmagus. It will be pretty nice.
Does he get evasion?
Malroth?
Yeah.
No, he gets increased chance on his abilities. Plus, he also gets a really good ability that has like paralysis and other things on it. It's like
wow.
it's like Evil Glint, but hits way harder and doesn't leave behind any spaces. So it's called Withering Glint instead of Evil Glint. Also typeless, same range. You've seen Evil Glint, right, from Dolmagus. You know what I'm talking about. Same concept. 3 tiles, 3 range, typeless, that kind of stuff. I'm going to sign off my stream here, though. It looks like I've pretty much done what I wanted to do. Also, He also gets an emergency full heal, so fully heals health if it falls below 20% or less. So there's that.
My God.
That could come up in PvE, but in other cases it may not. But you could probably manipulate it so it does happen. Alright, let's see. Am I missing anything? I'm not.
Alright, Geolantite, please.
Anyways,
attack
guys,
the
this has been the pack. And if you want to join the pack with the pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this video, then like this video, something to say, write down in the comments down below. If you want to support the content on this channel, go ahead and share. If you want to see more content from this channel, hit that bell icon for notifications, guys. The same Twitch, join Kage's Gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations, and join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been the pack, signing out, peace. I think I'm going to start the arena matches, not right now, but I'll start a different stream. Just so the name and title and everything's different. All right, peace.